It is barbecue ribs. I'm walking off already. You've not even introed the show, Chris. So nice nice ribs. Ribs from Morrison's. They cost me £2.04. That's all. And me and Kat are just going to have half a rack each with a baked potato and some slaw, maybe some salad, something like that. So we'll do the baked potato later, no problem. We're going to make the barbecue sauce. We're going to cook the ribs. I want them ribs falling off the bone. So what I'll do is I'm going to just put them in a pan here, a tray, with some water, foil, gas mark 3 in the oven, about an hour and a half, something like that. Then I'm going to let them out, and we'll cool them down so that they firm up a little bit and stuff like that. So, dead easy. Hey, come on, babe. I'm going to get you a drink right now, okay? Right, ribs, just in some water. So, got the ribs in the water there. There's not loads. Of course you can. Here you go.
I'm not touching them.
You don't need to touch them. Right, then we're just going to foil that. What are you doing?
Climbing.
Oh, great. Hi. Say hello to everybody. So we're just going to cover that with some foil and we're going to put it in the oven, aren't we, babe? And then we're going to make our barbecue sauce. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, babe. Well, okay. So just need to get some foil. What are you doing?
What can I do? I can see you, Daddy.
I've run out of foil.
What?
I've run out of foil. What am I going to do? What am I going to do in these times? Close enough, eh? Yeah, well, it's close enough. It's close enough, isn't it?
No.
It is, sweetie. Come on.
No.
We're going to put this in the oven. Gas mark 3. No messing around, babe. We're just going to shove that in there. It's close enough to being covered, isn't it? Right, then we're going to make our barbecue sauce. Are you going to help me make barbecue sauce? Oh! Okay, right. That is a microphone, sweetheart. So, next, we're going to make barbecue sauce, okay? No, 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 stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Right, come on, let's go. I'll make you some lunch, and then we'll make barbecue sauce. I'm going to make her some lunch, and then I'm going to make some barbecue sauce, and then I'm going to put that on the ribs.
Hello.
It's going to be amazing.
Hello.
I'm going to make... what? Yeah, what can you see? Can you see you on there? Wave at the camera. Wave at the camera. Okay, I'm going to make you lunch as well. And then I'm going to make some barbecue sauce, I promise. Right, go on, stop recording. I need an onion, so I'm going to start with that. I'm going to get my compost thing as well. So 1 onion it asks for. That is a rather large onion, so I'm probably just going to go with that for the onion. And you can see I actually stuck it down because the comments suggested that that's what we're supposed to do, and I totally forgot that that was an actual thing. And the problem is I've had just there is that now my board's probably not central. So I'm just going to slice it. You probably should dice this one for this recipe, but I'm not too bothered. In fact, oh yeah, I might just give it a little dice. Doesn't have to be neat, it's going to get blended. So I probably should have diced, but anyway, we are where we're at. I was pretty close to hurting myself then, wasn't I? I'm just going to lob that in there. We're going to need 3 cloves of garlic. So this is one of my family recipes. So what I did a few years ago was I realised that like there's loads of people in my family who I love the food of and all that type of stuff. So I just got the people whose food I enjoy. You know, my parents, my mum, Kat's parents, some of their best dishes, some of their favourite dishes, some of the things that you just do week in, week out. So just write it in their own handwriting into this book in case they kick it. A, I've still got it, and B, it's a nice little memento of their writing and stuff like that. So this one is literally down as Dad's Epic Barbecue Sauce. So you need 1 onion, 400 grams of chopped tomatoes, or just a tin of chopped tomatoes, 3 cloves of garlic, 85 grams of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce, 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, and it's dead easy. So it says, finely dice onion, garlic, saute and fry in pan for 5 minutes. So we'll sort that out in a little bit. Peel the garlic. Compost. Yeah, just gonna shove that in with my onion. Nice and easy. So I've moved over to this side of the kitchen now, as you can see. First I'm gonna put some oil in the pan. That's just for the onion to cook in. Turn that on nice and low. Get that heated up. So, 1 onion and garlic, that's in there, no problem, no messing around. 1 tin tomatoes, 85 grams of sugar. Gonna have to stop doing that. I've got some Worcester sauce, but I don't think I've got enough, but I've got a spare one there because I make this a lot. I've got vinegar, we've got the tomato paste, and I've got a secret ingredient that I always add right at the end. It's a super special secret ingredient, and only I do it. It's Daddy's Epic Barbecue Sauce. That the kids don't like. I do. I make ribs all the time. One of the things people always order in restaurants but very rarely make at home. It's so easy to do. So just add it with a baked potato and a bit of coleslaw or whatever. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We're going to enjoy this tonight, I tell you that, for free. It's nice and heated up now. Sizzle! Sizzle, 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 sizzle. Yeah, there we go. Just going to turn that down. You can see I've not really diced that very well. Again, doesn't matter. We're going to use a hand blender in this one to blend that sauce. I've probably got some of this barbecue sauce in the freezer, to be honest with you. I make loads of food, and rather than buying like ready meals and stuff, I'll freeze loads of food. So I've got pulled pork in there from 2 weeks ago. I've got Normandy pork in there. I bought a big thing and made 2 separate meals out of it. Probably feed, probably 10 meals you get out of that. And then yeah, there's all kinds of beef curries in there, pork curries, all types of stuff, because normally through the week and stuff, we're obviously quite busy. We both work full time. We've got the kids, and you never know how many games Liverpool are going to play in a week, be it 7 or 1. So what I do is I do all my cooking at the weekend really. Spend Friday just getting loads of meals ready for us all, be it cheesy pastas or lasagnas and portion, whatever we don't have then and there through the week. I find that suits my lifestyle. I don't mind making the odd stir fry and stuff during the week, but generally speaking, like, it's tough. You've got the kids' activities and all that type of stuff after school for Kat, and she's generally on her own for a few hours. She finishes work at like 3, so she picks the kids up, and then she's got like homework and stuff like that to do with them all, and maybe I'll do it later on. Last thing she wants to be doing during the week is cooking, so we'll just make meals and we'll throw them in the freezer. We've got loads of those like takeaway tubs. We bought our own ones, and yeah, then basically we just, through the week, just reheat stuff, and makes it a bit easier, less washing up to do, whatever suits you, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to saute this garlic and onions for about 5 minutes. Okay, next, I'm just going to throw the tomatoes in. So, oh, I didn't chop that up very well, did I? Look at that, cheeky tomato. Cheeky tomato. So we're just going to, oh, squidgy. break that little puppy up in there. So next, you throw the tomato in. It doesn't matter what order you're throwing this in. Some nice sugar. Put that in there. I'll change the colour of it. So we'll give that a little mix. Now, 3, 2, 1. 3 tablespoons of malt vinegar. In a minute, girls. 1. In a minute, girls. 2. I'm just in the middle of making this sauce. 3. 2 Worcestershire sauce. I don't know what else to do. 1. There we go. And we're out. 1 tomato puree. Get that off the spoon there as well. Oh no, I spilt some. Don't waste anything. Right, and you'll see that's quite thin now. We need to season that as well, of course. You can probably smell the ribs, that's Stringer Bell. We've got 2 cats, Stringer Bell and Tucker. Tucker was already named, and it just so happened that it was Cat's family name, like her mum's family name, apologies, her maiden name was Tucker, so we kept that, and I got to name the other cat, and I love the wire, so Stringer Bell, or Stringer for short, or String, but her full name is Stringer Bell. I found out she was a girl after I'd named her, and we kept the name. So we're just going to leave that now, probably 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe, yeah, that's about the time the ribs are coming out, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's us done on that one. And then we'll make it a little bit later on tonight. Barbecue sauce is done, there it is. Really easy to make. So what we're going to use now is a stick blender. If you've got another type of blender, feel free to use that. I don't suppose it really matters. Secret ingredient time. It's my secret ingredient. I always add 2 Mackey's barbecue sauces to it. Oh, this is a bit of overkill. There you go. So we'll just get the old couple of Mackey's barbecue sauces in there. There's loads of ways you can make barbecue sauce. I happen to like this one. I use this as like quite a multi-purpose sort of barbecue sauce. It doesn't taste anything like a Mackey's barbecue sauce or anything like that. I mean, I used to work with a chef who used to put a glass of Coke in his barbecue sauce. It was one of the best barbecue sauces I've ever tried. In fact, it was probably one of my favourites. I should just ask him for the recipe for that. This is my barbecue sauce. I don't know where I got this recipe from, if I'm honest. So next, all we're going to do, we're going to lash it into a bowl. And make sure you get every last bit of sauce out. There's no point whatsoever in wasting anything. And that's like, for me, that's, you know, I try and do that as best I can. You know, even if we buy stuff, fresh fruit, fresh veg or whatever, I know that it's going to be used somewhere along the lines, whether it's compost for the garden, we grow raspberries, strawberries, we try and grow out there, potatoes, carrots, amongst other things. We started doing that last year, so that's all going to help. Yeah, or be it, you know, if there's fresh bread there, we either, not very often, I'll be honest, we don't normally make breadcrumbs, but I have done in the past. I'll tend to feed the birds with it. I'll just spread it on the lawn and let the birds have a little go, you know what I mean? Nothing, try and make sure that nothing goes to waste. So, stick blender. Notice I put my apron on for this bad boy. Yeah, I have splashed all up and down the cupboards there. She will have my pants down for that. Right, excuse me. Flip. Where else has it gone? Doesn't seem to have gone anywhere else. All right, so I'll just do one more for good luck. I'll let her clean that out. There we go. There's our barbecue sauce. Looking good. And again, don't waste any. Now, again, I've done this variation on this sauce with all kinds of things in it. You know, put some chilies in there. It doesn't need a lot. 1 fresh chilli, half a fresh chilli even, depending on your tastes, whatever. Just bring the heat up a little bit. Quite often do that because Kat likes really, really, really spicy food, and so do I. But that's probably done for us. I don't know how long I'm going to cook these ribs for. I've just tested them. I think normally I do it for about 2.5 hours on gas mark 3. I think I said 1.5 earlier in the recipe. I don't think that's anywhere near right, to be honest with you. Because you want them sort of just falling off the bone, but you want them to be able to hold together. So it's at that point where they're going to start falling off the bone. That's when you really want to take them out. And you cool them down, and when they cool down, it just hardens everything up again. So you just leave it on the side, and then you'll spread your sauce over later. That's why I always cook them a little bit in advance, just to give them time to cool down and just sort of stiffen up a little bit before you then throw them in the oven for 40 minutes with your tea. The baked potato we're going to do next. So for the baked potato, all I do is 3 little piles of salt. One for Lyra and Robin, one for Mummy and one for Daddy. And the salt, I think, just draws the moisture out of the skin, to be honest with you. And they're going to take about, I'd give it 2 hours. That's a bit of a monster, to be honest with you. So I give it about 2 hours for my baked potato. So I just want to set them up. I wouldn't normally put them on the tray this early, if I'm honest with you. It's just that the cameras are set up, so I'm going to just put them on the tray, and I'm just going to leave them over here. Ribs are out now. They're looking good. They're about perfect, to be honest with you. Just going to put them on a cold tray. Sound. So, baked potatoes are in. Chuck us those oven gloves, babe, please. Thank you. I'm going to show you them. They've been in for quite some time. They're starting to look good now, though, aren't they? I'm wary of them rolling off the tray, but yeah, those two, they're about done, you know, to be honest with you. So I'm going to lower them down in the oven. This will take about 30-40 minutes. Kat's always having a pop at me for doing a full rack of ribs, which is why I've only done one rack to share between us today. So as you can see, I'm just sort of spreading the old barbecue on there. I should have done the bottom bit first, but I'm an idiot. You know. I literally make this mistake every time I do ribs because I get all excited about doing the top ones and forget all about the bottom ones. It happens. It'll happen to you when you get excited about doing the ribs too. So you just turn it over, more ribs, more barbecue sauce. And we're going to have this with the rest of Kat's coleslaw that she normally has for her lunches, and this is the first that she's heard about it, and a baked potato. But it's going to be lovely. So that's literally just going to go in the oven now. That'll take about 30 minutes probably to heat up, and we're done. It might need more sauce. There's plenty more sauce. So we're fine. The ribs, they are already. So yeah, big spud. Right in there. Right in like that. An old school style. We're going to get some butter in there. It's all about the ribs. Ribs and baked potato and coleslaw for tea. All sorted. Didn't take too long. All told, did it? So I'm going to go and try this now. Cannot wait to try this. I love meat and ribs.
Ew.
Good.
Ew. 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 Ew.
Absolutely blowing lovely. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go and get my face dirty. Enjoy the rest of my ribs and my baked potato and Lyra's as well.
Stop it, you.
No, look.
Come here!
Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe and click that notification bell. I'll see you next time. Ciao.